Greetings, knowledge seekers, the force is with you. Today, I'm going to show you how you can scratch with a lightsaber like this. So I'm going to break down an easy way how I did that video. But first, a short message.
This video is brought to you by Direct Music Service. Check out the description or the pinned comment below for discount codes.
So what do we need? First, we need our lightsaber. I have the Revenant hilt from Imperial Workshop over here with a short Bendu Armory blade. This is a 26-inch, just so I don't whack anything in here in my studio because we don't have a lot of space. We need a DJ controller or a mixer that is DVS capable. I have the DDJ 1000 SRT over here. And when you use it with Serato DJ Pro, it needs DVS activation. Keep note, some DJ gear is hardware activated with the DVS, while others you need a license for. I like the DDJ 1000 SRT because it has the club style effects section. The hardware effects makes this a lot easier to do. And as I mentioned, I'm using Serato DJ Pro because Serato DJ Pro has a unique feature with the phase device. We're going to need a phase device as well, that it allows you to use it without any audio connections to your DJ gear. It could do that wirelessly. We're also going to need electrical tape and a pair of scissors. So just a rundown of what we're going to do. We're going to take one of the phase devices, lock it onto the blade. We're going to take a scratch sample and loop it, and we're going to apply transformer effect to it that matches with the beat playing. So let's start by loading a scratch sample. We have this long ah over here, and I'm going to do a 4-beat loop. And it's just continuous. And we're going to set our effects to channel 2, where that ah sample is. We're going to select the trans effect, the transformer effect, and we're going to set it to a quarter beat. And we'll turn this on, turn on the effect, set the level to 12 o'clock. So we got a nice, clean transformer. Okay? Let's turn that off for now. Next, we're going to take some electrical tape and take the right deck's phase device, and we're going to basically tape it on to the blade. Now, there could probably be a nicer way to put this on, but I'm not that handy, so we're using tape. So let's take a good amount of this tape. We want it to be secure. Let's do about a foot. We'll put the tape aside. We're going to take our phase device. And before we put it on, let's test the phase device. We're going to switch over to wireless for our source. We're going to let the phase device connect. Once the phase device is connected, you should be able to hear the scratch sample move around. Okay, so now we're going to basically mount it on to the lightsaber blade. And we want the hole to be towards the hilt while the LED is towards the outside. And we'll try to keep this as straight as possible so it doesn't look too terrible. What I like about electrical tape, it doesn't leave residue when you remove it, and because I do not want it all over my lightsaber blade. And the LED is still exposed right there. So let's listen to this. Okay, now it works. So let's load the 100 BPM scratch sample, and keep note that the scratch sample that I have is set to 100 BPM because that's going to be important in a little bit. So we're going to play a 100 BPM scratch beat. So let's turn it on first. If you move it around, it's going to scratch back and forth. Now it doesn't really sound like it's doing much. But when we turn on the transformer, now it's a little offbeat. But if you tap it just right at the right time on beat, it'll start transforming on beat. 2, 3, 4. You can switch up the beat duration. Okay? So what if I want to do a different BPM? Well, say I have 120 BPM set to 120. I'm going to change my scratch sample to 120 BPM. And we're going to load it, and it's already set. It's 120 BPM. So now my effects at auto is going to be at 120. So it's going to be same rules apply. Now, the cool thing is the more you swing, the more you'll hear a sound. Now, if you move it around like this, you don't hear much. So when I do a continuous high-low whip, you'll really hear a sound like I did in my video. I don't have any space to do it here, but basically you just want round movements. So let's try this with a drum and bass track and set our scratch sample to match at 172 BPM. All right, so that's how you can scratch using a lightsaber with phase on Serato with phase HID. And you don't necessarily have to do this with a lightsaber. Shout out to DJ Q, who basically just picked up his record and did backflips with his phase device. Hope you guys like this lesson, and we'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, the Force is with you always.